Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the first elementary grade. Our textbook is Week 1 and today inshallah we will cover Unit 1 Animals, Rhythms and Sound on page 5. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Agil. So let's begin. Quick revision on our last lesson. In our last lesson, we had we listened to an interesting chant that is called Paco, and where we said that we identify Paco as a farmer, as we can see here, who is standing in front of his farm. So if we have a look at his farm, we can see the grass, the green grass. We can see the cows, his small house, and those trees. So Paco is a farmer who take care of the animals and the trees in his farm. So what we did is that we listened to this chant, we repeat it, and we say it together. Okay? Now, let's listen one more time to this chant, and we're going to listen to it twice. The first time, I would like you to listen with me, and for the second time, I'm going to point, and I would like you to follow. So let's start with the first one. Listen and chant. There was a farmer who had a horse, and Paco was his name. P-A-C-O, P-A-C-O, P-A-C-O. And Paco was his name. Now, let's listen to it one more time, and this time I'm going to point, and I would like you to follow with me while you are chanting. So let's do it one more time. There was a farmer who had a horse, and Paco was his name. P-A-C-O, P-A-C-O, P-A-C-O. And Paco was his name. So this is the chant about Paco, a farmer who has a horse, and also he has 2 cows. So this chant is about Paco, the name of this farmer. So in last lesson, after we did listen to this chant, we went straight on to practice writing. And what we did with this, the second exercise, we said that you need to listen again and to stamp the rhythm to make sure you align with different rhythms. And also you can ask your classmates or even one of your family members to try to chant this chant with you, and also to try to listen to different rhythms. And after this, with the third exercise, we learned how to write Paco. And we said that we're going to write it in 2 ways. The first one is we're going first to trace the word Paco, and after this, we're going to copy it here to write down Paco as well. So just as a quick revision, let's do it one more time. Let's trace the word and then write it here on these lines. So, in our last lesson, we had the first word where we did trace it, and we said it is important to trace so we can know how to write a letter. So you can trace, you can color, you can choose what you want to do with this letter. But it is important before you copy it, before you write, is that you trace it. So here we trace the letter A, As we can see here, we did trace the letter A, and then we finished letter P, we finished letter A, and then letter C, where we do the tracing just so we can know how to copy it or how we write it. So here we go, we trace the letter O, as you can see here. So we did trace 4 letters. We did trace letter P, letter A, letter C, and letter O. Now, after we finish tracing, it is time that we copy it here on our own. So let's start copy these letters. So we said here we can choose, for example, different color, so we can trace these letters. So here we go. Here we start with tracing the first one, which is tracing letter P, and then we write down letter A. We write down letter A like this. We write down letter A, and after this we go to letter C. We write or we copy letter C, and finally letter O. Finally letter O. So here we go. This is how we answered this question last time, where we said if we want to write a word, Paco, or any word, it is important that we should first try to trace it. Tracing is important. It helps us to know how to write a word. So what we did is that we did trace it like this, and after we finished tracing, we went straight on, and also we write down the word. We write down the word with its 4 letters, P, A, C, and O. So let's get to know our objectives in today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, we hope that you will be able to read and match numbers to photos, and also to be willing to read simple, short, illustrated stories. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to have different pictures with different numbers, and we need to match these pictures with the different numbers. So I would like you please to open your books on page 5. I would like you please to open your books on page 5. Now, on page 5, what we're going to play today, we're going to play a game that is called the guessing game, about how many animals. So what we're going to do here, as you can see here, we have different animals, or different counts of different animals. And also here we have 5 different numbers. And what we're going to do is that we're going to go through each picture, and we're going to count the animals, and after this we're going to match them with the right number. So let's begin by listening and matching. So we're going to listen to different numbers, and after this we're going to count whether this picture matches the number we heard or not. So let's begin by listening to the first number. Let's begin by listening to the first number. The first number is 13. 13. So 13. What should we do now? We should go through these pictures and find out which one of them matches the number 13. So let's start with the first picture and see if it matches the number 13. All what we have to do is to match, do the matching from the number 13 to the picture. So let's count it together. So here we have the first one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. This is not 13. Let's count the other picture and see. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is also not 13. Let's see the other one. Let's count it. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So this is the picture that has 13 animals or 13 zebras. So what we should do now we should just match the number 13 with this picture. All we have to do is to match number 13 with this picture. Now, let's listen to the other number, and then we can match it with the numbers we have here. So the next number is 11. 11. So, which one of these pictures do you think that has or matches the number 11? Of course, it is the first one. Let's count it just to make sure. So here we have the first picture. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So here we have 11 horses. So what we should do is to go like this and match this picture to the number. Now, let's listen to the other one. The other number is 14. 14. So we have 3 pictures left. Here we know that this picture that we already counted, it is 12. Let's count the other picture. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So here you go. These are 14 lions. What we should do now is to match it with the number 14. So here we go. We take from this picture and we go right here and to match it to number 14. Now we have 2 numbers left. Let's listen to the following number, which is 12. 12. So number 12, as we already counted, that this picture has 12 rabbits. So what we should do here is we go like this and to match this picture with number 12. To match this picture on to number 12. And here we have one more picture that should represent number 15. So let's count it again to make sure. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 15 pairs. So what we should do now is to match it with number 15. To match it with number 15. Here we go. This is how we answer the first part of our lesson, to match these numbers with these different pictures. Now let's do and move on and try to answer the second part. So here we have 5 different pictures with 5 different numbers. So let's listen again to the numbers and try to match them with the pictures we have here. So the next number we have is 18. 18. So number 18, which one of these pictures represents the number 18? Let's start from the first one and try to count it. So the first one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. This is not 18. Let's count the other one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. This is also not 18. Let's count one more. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Here you go. This picture has 18 chickens. So what we should do now is to match it with the number 18. So we'll match it like this. We match it with number 18, just like this. And let's listen to the other number. The other number is 16. 16. So which one of these pictures represents the number 16? As we did already count, which is the first one, where we have 16 cats. So we go to the first one and to match it with number 16. To match it with number 16. The other number is 19. 19. So we already know that this picture has 17 birds. So let's count the other one and to see if it matches the number 19. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So here we go. This is where we match the number 19 with the picture. And the other number we have is 17. 17. So from our previous counting, we know that this picture represents the number 17, where it has 17 birds. So here we go. We go to this picture and we match it with number 17. With number 17. This will leave us with one picture and one number, which is number 20. Just to make sure that we have the right picture, let's count the eggs here. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we'll go straight and match the picture with number 20. And here we go. This is how we answered the second part of this exercise. It is important at the end of this lesson, my dear student, that you are able to count again from 11 to 20 and also back, where you can count from 20 to up to 11. So now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.